your boyfriend who you met kind of in this, put you onto this, right? Mm-hmm. How is it dating an MMA fighter, mixed martial artist?
It's great because when you're in fight camp, more than likely they're also in fight camp. So like we're being disciplined together versus, let's say you don't date an MMA fighter, you're in fight camp and you see them eat and drink whatever they want. When you can't, it's kind of infuriating. Yeah,
especially at like a level that you're at right now where, maybe, let's say you were, hopefully we will be double champ, millions of dollars, right? And you've got people that are taking care of meals and whatnot, right? If you had that and you were with somebody who wasn't, maybe things would be more manageable because you'd be able to, have your own space, have your own things. But like at the level you're at right now, especially getting started and getting your foot in the door, having that with somebody to go through that together, that's got to be invaluable.
It's a bond.
Yeah, isn't it?
We bond a different way that way. Yeah.
I mean, you're almost adding a team element to such an isolated sport, right? Where it's like, this is a very solo journey that you're going on, but you have somebody who's going through the same thing. So you guys can relate to the same issues, the same struggles, I'm sure, and I'm sure that's got to be very helpful.
It is very helpful, and I don't even know how to explain it. It's just when we don't have fights at the same time, it's a little harder to do fight camp, but when we're doing it together, it's really like it's like a piece of cake to do fight camp together because we're both going through the same shit at the same time. That's the same feelings.
So I've heard that fighters are not supposed to, and this may be a myth, I've heard that fighters are not supposed to do anything sexual up to fights. Is that a real thing?
I've heard other things, like I've heard that Ronda Rousey had sex before every single one of her fights to help her in her fight.
Dude, respect.
I know, right?
It's fucking cool.
Maybe it's different for like guys and girls.
Yeah, like, I've heard that's what the thing is with guys. You always hear like, oh, you can't have any release until you got to keep that pent up.
Oh, that's like a testosterone release. Yes, I've heard of that. I think girls, it's different because we obviously don't have testosterone like you guys do.
Yeah.
So I think it's a testosterone thing why guys cannot.
Yeah, but maybe, but especially if it's a release. No, I don't know. I wouldn't want to fight anybody after I just nutted. Yeah. I wouldn't want to. Like I would go. I'd be. You're like, dude, in the sunken place right afterwards. I wouldn't be able to fight anybody after that.
Maybe that's why they don't do it.
Maybe, yeah,
that
maybe.
Feeling.
That's crazy. Yeah, I always wonder that, and especially you guys are dating. I'm sure that's got to be like an interesting thing. Like if somebody was like, oh, he's not allowed to do anything, and you're in your fight camp, and they're like, no, you should before you fight him. If you guys would be like, well, we got to rock paper scissors for how the fuck this is gonna go down.
To be honest, we're way too tired to fuck. All right? Yeah, we're too tired. Yeah. We're like, we like make plans too, and we're like, yeah, we're too tired.
Yeah, let's just how
training
sleep.
Goes. Yeah, that's a sacrifice.
Yeah,
that's another sacrifice I had not mentioned before.
Yeah,
that we're just too tired to have any intercourse, and it's just another sacrifice.
I believe it 100%, especially with that daily routine you broke down for us. I mean, you got a lot of stuff going on. You really do. What are, if a quick tidbit thing, what are like three reasons somebody should date an MMA fighter?
3 reasons why?
3 pros of dating an MMA fighter.
3 pros. You go through the same shit. You bond better over it. And the third one, I mean, it's, I don't know. I think the main ones are just going through the
shared experience.
Yeah, the shared experience and bonding over it, and having other things in common. Main things in common.
Yeah, I mean, because it's both of your lives, So having that main thing. A lot of people are passionate about different things.
It is a lifestyle, so if the other person does not agree with it, then you're really gonna clash heads.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I have been through it with my ex. Like, we were not on the same level of what we were into, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah, that can be hard. That can be difficult. What are, and these can be stupid or funny or whatever, but what are the maybe a few reasons why it's tough dating an MMA fighter? Some things that can be difficult. The fact that they can beat your ass, maybe, potentially.
Well, I think the dynamics are different because I'm a girl.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but I
and did you date? But prior to this boyfriend, did you date somebody that wasn't an MMA fighter?
No, he was.
So you've only dated fighters.
No, I mean, the last boyfriend I dated, he was not into anything. He was into gaming.
Okay.
And he's kind of annoying.
You kind of snarl. You're like, oh, gamers.
No offense if you play games. I mean, I'm down to play games. It's just like not
You don't got time for it.
No,
I
because I'm
respect that.
training.
Yeah.
I mean, no disrespect, because some people, just like my training, are dedicated to gaming. So
Could you bench press your ex? Could you press him a couple of times?
Probably.
No way, dude.
He wasn't big.
No
He wasn't
way.
big.
Shout out to him, bro. Respect. That's sick. That's super cool.
He's a small guy.
Yeah. No, that's badass. I mean, okay, so do you think maybe the intensity could be something that, maybe gamer X maybe wouldn't get down with? Maybe the intensity of the lifestyle and the discipline that you have to get behind.
I think he felt left out.
Yeah.
He just
That could be
felt left
tough.
out.
What I always ask this to people when they are in an interesting field. Like I had an actor on a while back, and I was asking him about maybe what are the things that he could see in himself that if he was trying to, date somebody that wasn't an actor, that would be difficult. Do you think it would mostly be the lifestyle?
Would it be the lifestyle?
Yeah, like would that be the thing most difficult, you think, on your end, like for someone else to like get or to come to grips with if they weren't also a fighter,
it's
right?
because they don't understand the things you go through.
Yeah.
That's why it's good to have someone who relates to it. Like being a martial artist, like if the biggest perfect example of a guy training and then the girl's like, you're always at the gym, blah blah blah, or maybe vice versa, but it's very common in guys mostly.
Yeah.
You have to find someone who has been doing that. Like maybe she does maybe not what you do, but she does a different martial art.
Yeah.
Or she's accustomed to what they do, because otherwise they won't understand.
Yeah.
Like, why are you spending all your time at the gym and not with me, type of thing.
Yeah.
You gotta have someone who understands and comprehends why you
Yeah.
do that and why it's very important you do that.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I'd have to explain. I'd be like, hey, babe, get this. I'm going to get my face, the face that you like, going to be ruined if I'm not there. So let me be there so that I can
Exactly.
make sure I can duck and weave and I'm not getting dropped. But yeah, that's got to be something difficult, I can imagine, in relationships if you're with somebody that doesn't understand it.
Hey, thanks for watching there, guy. Click right over here if you want to see that episode in its entirety. Or you can click over here and subscribe to the channel. See all the other fun shit we do here. It's really up to you, guy.